Can I start the video?
Yeah.
Hey everybody, this is Chris and Charlie, and here are 5 reasons why the Honda Passport Trailsport is better than the Subaru Outback Wilderness. 1. Paint. 2. Honda badge. 3. Not a Subaru. 4. Wheels. 5. Firestone Destination tires.
6. Real transmission.
Real transmission, not a CVT.
That's right. Well, if you couldn't gather from Charlie's little rant there, we're driving the Honda Passport Trailsport, which I actually already drove in California.
Yes, and I already drove in California as well.
That's right. So this is the first time we'll have driven it in Michigan. So we may have different driving impressions here in the Mitten.
Well, and it's funny you say that because we tease people who buy these kind of like sort of off-roady, lifestyle sort of vehicles, but this would actually be a really good winter car.
Yes, it would.
Yeah.
I've always liked the Passport. I think that it's a cool kind of middle ground between CRV and Pilot, which is what it is.
No, it's a good size. It's a good length. It's
Yeah.
kind of got cool proportions,
Tall
especially
roof
with this
line.
little bit of lift.
That's what I like, because when you sit in this thing, it's kind of Land Rover-ish.
Yeah,
Don't you think?
It's unique because it doesn't. So many crossovers these days just all feel the same, and this
So
feels
much
slightly
room.
different.
Look at all this room.
Almost as much as a Ford Edge.
I'm editing that out. Okay.
A lot of space
So
there.
I like these. I like
Okay.
when they give you little, because I thought that was going to be our Charger driving by. I, like some other people, get anxious when things are rolling around in the back of the car.
Yes.
So I like to have these.
No, I agree.
Because it gets rid of a lot of that. And I especially, ooh, look at that. Spare tire. Is that a full-size spare?
No. Temp.
Oh, temp.
Temporary.
Okay. Yeah,
But
sorry.
you do have more places to put things if you get anxious with them.
And you have a
rolling around.
funnel.
Yes.
Yep.
A fun funnel. And these are a little. This one's a little shallow. That one's a little deeper. So
Yeah.
that's useful.
Ooh.
Very solid.
Blowing
You
out
can
the
fold the
mics.
seats from right here. Look how flat that is. That's a huge load surface.
Oh, dude, you could totally. Oh, yeah. I was gonna say you could totally sleep back here, but you're just gonna prove that to me. Could you sleep back there?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Especially at an angle, you'd have slightly more room.
We could sleep together. There's room for 2 of us.
Mm.
Daily Motor top tip:
Yep.
if you want to sleep with Chris in the back of your car, get a Passport.
Okay. Thank you.
Also, you have metal tie downs. I know that's important for some people.
Yeah, for me, especially when I buy gallons of milk, I have to tie them down. All right, let's fold this back up and try out the back seat.
Dude, Hondas just have such a nice blend of premium but yet rugged feeling interiors.
Ah, hold on. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cup holders in the back, so each person can have 2 drinks.
Yes.
And
You have a 115 volt wall
yeah,
style outlet.
flat
there.
floor back here.
Oh, although it doesn't have a. Oh yeah, it's grounded. Is it grounded? It's not grounded. That's a shame.
I like the openness of this
Yeah.
interior.
I feel like
it's quite nice.
It's kind of stadium seating here. You can kind of
Yeah,
see over
Land
the drive.
Rover-ish.
Yeah.
That's this car reminds me of like an old Land Rover Discovery, except it won't break down every 3 seconds.
I look much more forward to adventures in this than I would in something like the Explorer with 10 gears or the Outback with infinity gears.
Right. That's right.
Lots of black in here too, but a little bit of orange cross stitching. It's very fall themed.
Yeah, you'll see the when we get up front, you've got some cool Trail Sport
Yeah.
stitched into the seats, and
It's the Halloween spec.
if you want to close the boot,
I can do that. Powered. That doesn't sound good.
we can show. So you have it on the floor mats here. You've got orange stitching, and then on the headrests, you have your Trail Sport logo on either side. And, well, it makes it slightly more unique than just a regular Passport. You also get orange stitching on your steering wheel, and you've got perforated leather on the sides, regular leather on the top and the bottom.
I also still like how the Trail Sport stuff on the outside is a little more subtle because I
It's
I
quite
wouldn't
subtle.
drive by somebody in this and think they're a knob, but I would with both the Timberlake edition.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake and the Wilderness Explorer, Wilderless. So since I'm shooting this review, Charlie's going to drive first because we know that you all like to get passenger seat impressions over anything. That started as a joke, but now it just happens every time.
That's what they come to Daily Motor for is passenger POV.
So, okay, there you go.
It's
not 50 grand.
50 grand. You know, it's a small pet peeve of mine with Hondas. The cruise control stays on, and I don't know why that bothers me. But like
No, it doesn't.
It's right up top. It says ACC LKAS. It means the
Well,
adaptive
can't you
cruise
turn it
control is
off, though?
enabled. Yeah, you have to. it stays on when the car is turned off, is what I mean.
Oh, I see.
So like
it doesn't
you
default.
come in, yeah, you park it, and then it's still on.
Oh, check her out.
Yeah, big extendo.
I don't even. It's gonna hit me in the head.
It's a very misogynist phrase for you, Chris. There, check her out.
Yeah. Black headliner. It's just there's so much room in here.
You know what else I like? And I know we're waxing a lot of poetic about the Passport, but I think we're just in a decent mood because we ate good lunch today.
Yeah, we did.
I like how direct everything feels. The accelerator, the steering, everything. There's a confidence in the feel of everything. That's what Hondas do really well, is build a very confidence-inspiring product.
Proper V6, proper automatic transmission.
Sounds good too.
Sounds good. You can hit VTEC in this.
Can
you can hear, yeah. So when you get in a straight line again, you get it up to red line, the tone will slightly change around 5,000. I mean, you know what VTEC is.
But the viewers may not.
But the viewers may not.
Not a great angle of the touchscreen.
Honda does this. We've seen this in other Hondas, like the Accord. It
Yes.
bothered me a lot in the Accord.
Physical controls for climate though, and volume, both good. No cooled seats in this model.
But we do have heated seats.
Please don't. And this is also a pet peeve of mine. Wireless device chargers that don't have any way of holding the phone
No
in.
ridges.
Yeah, no ridges.
Yeah.
They need to be like ripples.
Yeah.
Or sorry, ruffles. Ruffles have ridges.
Ruffles have
And
ridges.
Wireless device
This
chargers
is
should as
this
well.
is Lay's,
That's
and we need
Lay's.
ruffles.
Yep. Well, this Escape is trying to walk me here.
That is Persian green metallic.
VTEC, yo.
Hear it change tone?
Yep. Oh, look at that.
Oh yeah, car and driver must have had this thing.
Car and driver spec. We've been getting some high mileage cars, but that's because the press car game's been a little strange lately.
Yeah, it has. Ooh, seems like quick steering there, would you say?
Yeah, no, it's pretty. I guess that's confidence inspiring. Got the golf ball texture for the
Perforated, yeah.
there. We have a heated steering wheel.
Does it?
I don't see heated steering wheel. Heated windshield though. That's interesting.
Okay.
Or maybe just heated windshield wipers. I don't know. It is kind of surprising not having heated steering wheel. It's pretty quiet.
It is quiet.
A little dark in here. The black headliner would do that. It's just a very dark.
Yeah, it's dark. Yeah. Yeah, it would feel even more open if it had a gray headliner.
We do have a sport mode.
That is huge.
Yeah, I do like big center consoles like that. It's a very American car. A lot of cup holders, a lot of
Yeah,
places to
is
store
this car
things.
exclusively made for the American market? I
think
would
it
assume
is.
that it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna get no, we're not. It's Equinox, the bane of my existence. We do have paddle shifters.
Wow, that'll let you get right up there.
It's got some grunt, man. It really does.
Oh, God.
The whole car shudders.
This is what I mean about having a V6 in a car like this.
You're
We
right.
just got out of the Mazda CX-9, which has a 4-cylinder. Okay. Oh, okay. What have we learned from doing things like this?
We're
Charlie?
trail sporting.
Was that a last-minute decision?
No, I
Okay.
was intending to do this the entire time. So this is the type of driving that trail sport people are going to do, right? You can hear the skid plate underneath
Yep.
being utilized.
Yep. Oh, God.
I've recently scoped this route.
There is a trash can there upside down.
It's good. Definitely no bodies under there.
Nope.
Definitely no glass running over. But we've got Firestone Destination tires.
Yeah, I think they're bulletproof, aren't
Yeah,
they?
I believe so. Suspension seems pretty good. That is a pile of dirt. Whatever will we do, Chris?
Please don't crash into it.
Can you just imagine this?
Just full speed.
Pow!
You drive around it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I see.
Oh, the steering is so light when you get going slow like this.
Are we technically allowed to be...
This is a public road.
Okay.
Utilizing our ground clearance. approach angles. Yeah.
I feel like I'm back in California. This is how we drove them to out there. Jesus.
Oh, I'm still in Maine.
You're like, why isn't it shifting?
A lot of traction there.
Ton of traction with these, what do they call them? Highway terrain tires, or whatever they call them. I don't know.
Quite
because they aren't full all-terrains.
Yeah. See, I haven't gotten to drive the Passport Trailsport in
Trailsport conditions.
Right, I was simply in stop-and-go traffic in LA. So
okay.
Do a little swap here as the dust dies down. Quite proper.
Yeah.
And since we have plastic cladding, we can go on adventures like that.
It wouldn't be right for me to drive a car after you and have it not be dirty if it has any sort of off-road potential whatsoever.
I always like these. Although they don't adjust. The height doesn't adjust. It's a bit annoying, but... Ooh, the seat doesn't adjust.
So you all can see. What'd you say?
The seat doesn't adjust in height. Also, the armrest doesn't adjust either. Yeah, this feels like just a slightly more lively Pilot, and that's a good thing.
Yeah. I haven't spent much time in a Pilot. We should try and get one, actually.
Imagine this, but a little bit lazier feeling.
We should try and get a Pilot. I've never spent any time in a Pilot. Except when I worked at the Honda dealership for 10 weeks. I moved them around the parking lot, but that was about it.
Well, Lynn, if you're watching, can we get a Pilot, please?
No, there's about to be a new Pilot, so they might not have any in the press fleet.
That's very likely.
Yeah, there's going to be a new Pilot soon.
Pilot Trailsport.
Yeah.
Civic Trailsport.
It's quick, man.
I know.
All the dust is coming off.
What's your game plan here? You gonna follow it? You gonna gap it?
No, I'll follow it. It's okay. I'm going to draft him so we can get good MPGs.
Right. Cool. Well, will you be doing any trail sporting? This you might take this on a little bit of a road trip, right?
Yeah,
It's possible.
possibly.
Social playlist. What does this do? Welcome to Social Playlist. Social Playlist is a new feature that allows passengers to share music on their devices via Wi-Fi with the vehicle for everyone to listen to.
That's neat. We should try that.
To add songs to queue, passengers must first connect devices to the vehicle. What a miserable feature. Because that means you're going to have a kid got a new phone or something. All right, we got to stop
What
the car.
a miserable feature, he says.
We need to repair the phone. And then the kid's going to be able to share their awful music for everyone else to listen to. Cabin control.
You just don't like Gen Z music.
Message text is not displayed while vehicle. See, so I've already wanted to end myself.
Yeah.
If I'm a parent.
This could be like me, you could have me in the backseat, and I could be playing music about depression and drugs.
Yeah, one time you asked me, would you like to hear music about depression or would you like to hear a song about drugs?
Yeah. Well, that's all music
That's all Gen
is.
Z music is. Okay. My Honda music. Okay. It's USB stuff.
So what kind of sound system do we have in this?
Trash.
I don't remember it being that bad.
It's 10 speakers of not that good.
Yeah, but it has tweeters though.
No.
What is it, like a C?
I don't know. I haven't reviewed it, but it may be a C if it's lucky.
I need to go back and watch my review of this car from last year.
Heaven forbid you just come up with new things to say. Well, it does have an aux port.
I just dubbed the audio for we're gonna spend the week with this Honda Passport Trails. I almost said Pilot. We're gonna spend the week with this Honda Passport Trailsport. Charlie's gonna go and get it. Okay. Look where that landed.
Very nice.
Charlie's gonna hopefully not get it stuck. I'm gonna hopefully not have to recover him with the 2022 Dodge Charger SRT Hellcat wide body red eye jailbreak. And
can we just start, can we figure out that acronym and just say that? The DC blah 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 blah, just have a lot of Aquafest?
Yeah.
Can we ask that guy with the 4Runner over there, the 3rd gen 4Runner, if he wants to off-road battle?
With this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright. I think we're done here.
Yeah, I think we're done. 1 week down with the Honda Passport Trailsport, and well, we've done lots of Trailsport activities, including going through the Starbucks drive-thru twice, and also going to the Target parking lot.
That's very trail sporty, you're right.
Thank you. Yeah, so we've done the full round of tests. I feel like I did something else that was trail sporty recently. Oh, there was a bit of dust in Emily's, the road to her new house because they're doing construction. So I ran over some loose dirt also.
I'm surprised you're able to get through that without any drive modes.
Yeah, no, you know what? It did it in normal mode.
Wow.
I didn't even have to put it in sand.
That's impressive.
Yeah, so good stuff.
I received a text message from my neighbor this week asking me what color this car was, because she quite enjoyed it.
Okay, tell her it's press car color.
Press car color? Press car gray.
That's press car gray.
That's a Sonic Gray Pearl for any of you who have watched this far and still don't know.
You know, all jokes aside, I do quite enjoy this color. They put it on the Civic Type R, they put it on the SI, they put it on pretty much everything.
Honda's had some good colors lately. I saw a Ridgeline this week pull near us, and it had a beautiful bronzish color. It looked really good.
Yeah,
They have a nice red as well, like darker red.
There's a nice flake in this color. It's kind of like a green flake.
You know what is funny, or not funny, but interesting, and I know we've been joking about the trail sportness. I've taken this off-road 3 times and never washed it. Isn't that impressive?
Yes.
Like usually you get cars from me and they're absolutely destroyed and all they're dirty inside, outside. This is the extent of it. I mean, it really does. The plastic cladding really does allow you to adventure.
Maybe they've ceramic coated the plastic cladding.
Maybe, and it's obviously a little bit dirtier here. Yeah.
Why is this happening right now?
There are perpetrators.
It's so loud.
Yeah. I'm sure the binaural audio probably really sounds good with that.
It's literally getting louder.
Have you noticed how slow this is?
Well, I almost broke it last week.
It's so slow, in fact, that at the CR-V launch, Honda bragged that they had increased the liftgate speed of the CR-V.
Yeah,
because
right.
Honda's lifters are always so slow. Also, it's quite low.
It is quite low. I did hit my head on it once. This is a high load for it. Ignore this.
Yeah, that definitely doesn't go to this car.
Nope. What I do like is this. I think we talked about this in the intro.
Yeah.
I did actually go grocery shopping in this car.
Okay.
And filled this with all the groceries, and none of them rattled in the back. And that is something that I hate very much. So I did proper journalist things, and I did actually fill this, and it did a good job. Here's your seat fold function.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sometimes that hits the other seat in front of it, though, and doesn't go down all the way. And that's
Yep.
Yeah, high load surface. The thing is with Hondas, they often don't do a lot of things as well as their competitors. They often
like this one.
More. Yes, like that's a better car.
Yeah.
They often cost more than a lot of their competitors. They often don't have quite the features, but there's something so satisfying about the owning and the driving experience of Hondas, and that's what is better about the Passport than pretty much anything else.
Yes,
So
I agree.
Get behind the wheel. Here's a great example. This you can't adjust the height of, but you can adjust the height of that one.
How? Oh, it ratchets.
Yes.
So you have to have one that's in a very high position. Why would they not just put the same part in that seat?
Chip shortage.
Right. I keep forgetting that we're in the day and age of
Not
chip
having
shortages.
anything.
Of not having anything, yeah. Why is the
nice
vent
things
so
in the-
loud?
You know, your 3-stage heated seat might also be heating you up.
Oh, did you do that?
I didn't.
I might have done it this morning, but then I turned it off. We've got a foot parking brake.
Yeah, which Alyssa was confused by, and understandably so.
Yeah, you're adjusting brightness and volume and all sorts of things. We do have Apple CarPlay, not wireless CarPlay, but it did actually work quite well on this infotainment screen.
Another good example of this car costs $45,000. You're not getting cooled seats. You're not even getting a heated steering wheel. No wireless CarPlay or Android Auto.
Yes, but
garbage infotainment or audio system.
I disagree with that. I don't think it's good, but I don't think it's garbage. You gave it a D. I would give it more of a C, I think.
What car in your memory of any recent cars have had a worse sound system than this than we've had in the press fleet?
The Hellcat.
You think the Hellcat sound system is worse than this?
Yes.
Well, you're wrong.
What else was worse? The Honda Ridgeline was worse.
Debatable. I know what you mean. The thing is, though, is this sound system being the 7-speaker system, it's a little less offensive than the Honda 10-speaker systems, but it also isn't as impressive. So it's both worse and better in certain ways, and it's just not very good. Did you try turning a bass-heavy song up at all?
No.
The whole thing just clearly falls on its face.
Well, that's where the Ridgeline was too. That's how that one did.
Yeah. So, I guess what I'm saying is there are a lot of things on paper that make this car not nearly as good as a lot of its competition. I mean, geez, I'm sure a Santa Fe would wipe this thing on paper, but I still really enjoyed having this car.
But I like this.
I know.
I like driving
I
it.
just like it.
I like the V6.
Yep.
The 9-speed is fantastic. Listen to this. You can hear when VTEC kicks in. That's kind of neat. A big VTEC SUV.
I really like this open center console area. Very
that is
deep
quite
center
usable.
Storage well, yeah, they did the right thing with the shifter and kept it out of the way. If this were a big phallic shifter, then it would be in the way of things reaching up into here to get your phone. What car was it that we had? I think it was a BMW 3 Series.
No, it was an Audi Q3.
You had to like get your hand around in to get your phone from like, the front area.
Maybe that does sound like a BMW.
I think it was the 3 Series with the cup holder situation. You had to like.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
This not so.
Well, you'll be happy to know, Charlie, that the new LCI Lifecycle Impulse of the current 3 Series does not. No, it has a button shifter.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That will be nice. We'll be driving that.
Yes, we will be driving that next month, if I can get to California. What was I going to say about this car?
Something to do with the shifter, the open area.
Oh, I was going to say that I went and got takeout Thai food, and usually you have a problem when you go and get takeout Thai food because they pile all of the food so high in the bag that, and you set it on the floor and it tips over.
Yes.
But they've thought of that here.
This is a Thai food container.
Yes, it is. You can just stack it all up in your console, and it doesn't tip over. How can I still hear a helicopter?
Because it's directly above us. We are being pursued.
I was going to say, this is going to be a review of Willow Run Airport's helicopter.
Yeah.
How do the Ugga-Duggas sound today?
You're driving this quite spiritedly.
Am I?
You're going about 65 there. I think.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Ooh, traction control, or stability control or something stopped me there.
It's just the natural way to drive this car, though. It's a very satisfying driving experience, and the steering is a good, nice weight. Good feel the wheel. I could leave the golf ball material.
Yeah, I don't really think you need that on a Passport, but it just. Do you know if this is only on the Trailsport or if you get this on all of the Passports? Because obviously the orange stitching. I was
going to say it might be unique to the Trailsport.
Okay. Well, when you're sporting trails,
yeah, you might
sometimes you get sweaty. I don't think there's a Monroney in there.
There is either.
We don't get those anymore.
My soul would rather have this so much more than an Outback Wilderness or an Explorer Justin Timberlake edition.
You can have the B&O though in the Justin Timberlake. Oh, do you want to drive it all?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
But when you look at it on paper, it is a tough value proposition considering the Subaru's quite a bit cheaper.
Yeah.
And does get a slightly better fuel economy.
That car made you angry though.
I know, I just would not.
I've never seen you get out of a car angrier than you did the Outback Wilderness.
Well, it didn't help that I was 90 degrees in there.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did turn into a sweat box, and the sound system made you stabby.
I would pay more for this car over the Subaru.
So what about the Justin Timberlake or the...
I worry about the Explorer's reliability.
What about the Nissan Pathfinder, Rock Creek?
I actually quite like the Pathfinder. How much does that one cost?
Isn't that what it's called? Is that what the cladding trim is called? I'm serious. Isn't it Rock Creek? Because they do a trail sport style. I think Toyota does one now too. With the Highlander, I think you can get like a highway terrain tire cladding thing on the Highlander too.
Pathfinder Rock Creek.
And GMC does one. GMC will sell you the Acadia AT4.
Yeah, you're right. So
there are a lot of options.
Yeah, we need to. See, here's the thing.
Let's get all those together. And
the Pathfinder also gets you a 3.5 liter V6 with nearly 300 horsepower.
9-speed transmission.
You get to VQ. You can make VQ noises.
Yeah, I prefer this engine.
And it is a little bit cheaper. Wow. And it probably gets better interior features.
What about fuel economy? This got 25 on my test. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably about the same.
I mean, EPA's 24, I think, so it was pretty...
The thing is with Hondas, there are certain people, outside of the Civic and the Ridgeline, most of the Honda products are kind of just like they just, and I know this is going to sound weird, but they only exist for people who want to buy Hondas.
Yeah.
The Odyssey, for example, is not as good as the Sienna or the Pacifica or the Carnival, but there are certain people that the Odyssey is just the right car for in that class. The Pilot, for example, millions of other options in the new car market, but certain people just have to buy the Pilot.
Yeah.
The Accord, plenty of other sedans out there, but for some people, the Accord is just the right one to have. And that's the case with this car as well.
Yeah.
There are plenty of other options, but there are some people who will just get in this car and be like, this feels right. And I don't blame them. I like this car.
I like this car too. And I've liked it since I drove it in Borrego Springs in California.
Yeah, we've driven it in a lot of different situations.
Yeah.
And it simplifies a lot of the driving experience, which I think is important. And there's a satisfaction to all the materials, all the design, the layout. I mean, it's
solid interior
so
in this
solid.
thing, you know?
I think
no rattles.
William's gonna be mad that we're using the word solid so often, but it is truly the best word to describe this car.
Yeah.
That's gonna have to be your thumbnail.
Solid.
Solid.
Yeah, that'll piss him off right from the start. Okay.
There's another viewer you can piss off. He wrote us and told us to stop using the word Monroney.
I saw that. That was on Chris's video of the Camaro.
Really?
Yeah, so you must have been reading through those comments.
No, he messaged us on Instagram.
Oh.
He said to Chris and Charlie.
Yeah, see, I was going to bring that up in this review, but then I remembered it was in the Topher's comment section.
Well, it's relevant.
Okay, well, it's everywhere.
So we're not allowed to use Monroney.
Monroney.
Okay.
Okay.
Get that tattooed on your chest.
Yeah, or on my... And obviously, there's still a helicopter. I don't know, he should just land it. Let's just put it right here. I think that would be nice.
Land it on the Passport.
Yeah, on the roof.
Yeah.
I feel like Honda did that. But who would know it was Volkswagen? There was a commercial where they like landed a helicopter on a driving car.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, we're Paris and Nicole.
Yes. Thank you all so much for watching. We're Paris and Nicole from The Simple Life.
The Simple Motor.
The Simple Motor. And as always, helicopter on.
Oh, and buy a Passport.
Yeah, that too.